Would you want somebody that has tried something and failed to be the one to give you advice on that particular thing? How sure are you that they've tried and failed? How sure are you that they are not a lazy person that does not want to explore? How sure are you that this is not somebody that fears the unknown? What's up, my people? Are you well? It's yours truly again. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please bang, 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 hit that subscribe button and, let's keep in touch. My name is G Styles. There's something that I have been thinking about that messes up so many people, especially young people that are trying to, make it in career or in life generally. That something is called fear of the unknown. The biggest prison in life or in the world is there in your brain. It's in your head. If you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. So when you have the things that you'd like to do, the biggest step that one has got to take is the very first step. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one little step, like them say. So get started. You have that something you want to do, get started. And the reason it's a little bit hard to start because one, you haven't done it before. So whether you do it or not, you haven't been doing it anyway. So the reason you should start, is you'd have made that first step. You'd be away from the comfort zone. And at that point, you'll be looking at the next step. You're no longer there in the comfort zone where you are. You're now one step ahead. Not many steps, but at least away from the comfort zone and closer to your goal or your dream, right? So before you know it, you've taken your second step. Before you know it, you've taken your third. And every step that you take actually draws you closer to your goal or your dream or to the destination where you want to go. Yeah? So, but then as you make those steps, now this is the real gist of the story. Be sure that you're on that journey alone. Many of us assume that the people we have around us, the friend, relatives, family, and everybody, or even workmates, on the same mission. Of course, they also have their own missions that they are upon. All right, they pan. The things that are going on in your small world, they also have their own, probably even bigger things that are ongoing, probably bigger struggles, right? So you choosing to rely on them or to keep going to them for advice on how you should do your things, on how you should run your business, on what you want to do and what not, might not be very helpful because somebody is going to give you advice based on their vantage point. Would you want somebody that has tried something and failed to be the one to give you advice on that particular thing? How sure are you that they've tried and failed? How sure are you that they are not a lazy person that does not want to explore? How sure are you that this is not somebody that fears the unknown? Wise up, brethren. Be wise, be wise. Yeah. So as you seek people's approval for the things that you'd like to do, please beware that nobody actually cares. People are struggling with their own things. People are also trying to hit the targets you're trying to hit, or even higher targets. So the best thing to do is number one. And I said that in one of the interviews, in this particular interview that I did. Please check out that link where somebody asked me, and that was actually the very first interview of this channel. I decided to do it myself. There you go. Talking of taking the first step, I had to do that. So somebody asked me about the best advice that I've received. And I told them the best advice was that I should not take advice. Advice gets you confused. Instead of helping you, it instead messes you up if you're not careful. There was a time I was switching jobs. I might have told some friends on here about that. I spoke to two people that I respect so much. very highly placed people. The first one told me, no, you're still young, you young men, keep chasing the money, but you're going to mess yourself up. You see, your career is still young. All sorts of reasons to make me stay in the place where I was at that time. But I already knew what I wanted for myself. So I was only listening, really just telling them about it. Not that I badly needed that advice, no. I already knew this tip before, I wanted to make that move. So when they told me all that, I actually showed them that, hey, thank you very much for your guidance. And this is real. But I'm not taking that, this is the direction I'd like to take. Let me go explore, new things and see how it goes. I spoke to another person that I respect so much, still before I made that move. You know what the person told me? Please follow the money. Of course, look at the risk bit of it, but if they're giving you good money, you feel, it's going to make a difference, it's you that knows the problems you're going through, it's you that knows where you want to be. Please follow the money. That's what I've done since I was a young man. That's what the guy was telling me. And all through, that's the principle I've been using, and that's where I am where I am. These are highly placed people, I must tell you. So now that got me confused. Two very respectable people, one telling me minus 1,000, the other one telling me plus 1,000. Now I'm in the middle. Whose side do I choose to take? You know what that left me with? Me choosing what I want. So I decided to go the direction I felt I needed to go, and then I made the move. I went out. Now, moving out of that place got me to learn so many things. How things are done elsewhere and how things are not supposed to be done. Some people think that learning is only about how you do things and what. No, you can also learn how things are not supposed to be done. There's also unlearning the bad habits or bad things that you knew. So it was, to be honest with you, it was a very nice experience, and it put me on the next level. There was slightly more money that I was getting, but the experience was priceless. And I don't think I would have gotten it if I was still in that place where I was at that time. So the point that I'm trying to make is, if you're chasing a goal, 100% what you want. Don't fear the unknown. Go for what your heart says it wants, because it already knows you. It knows what you can do well, what you cannot do well. It knows the problems you have. It knows where your strengths are. It knows where you want to be. It knows all that. So listen to you. And if you don't listen to you, who are you going to listen to, road boy? See? So listen to yourself. Number 2, there are people that they call curious bystanders that you need to be very aware of. Now, curious bystanders are people that are your friends, they're in your circles and stuff, but they do not care about what you're chasing. They're only curious about the moves that you're making, and they keep comparing with what they're doing themselves, right? So somebody is going to take months without probably speaking to you, but when they see a picture of you in Dubai, they'll pick up their phone and want to call you. And what? You know why they're calling you? They're curious. They want to know, how did this person get to Dubai? They seem to have made some money. Where are they making money from? Can I tap into that? They're calling you for selfish reasons. And if you don't wise up, you're going to think this is a good friend that has thought about me and stuff. I do not mean they're not your friends. They are your friends. But I'd like you to be aware as you pursue your goals that there are people, and most of them actually are only curious about the steps that you're making. And you'll see this as you go along. So do not fear the unknown and beware of curious bystanders. Let nobody mislead you into thinking you can't be what you want to be, or to think that they are the ones that understand the direction you should go to. Please go into the direction you'd like to go to, where your heart feels it wants to be. It might be a little bit painful making those first steps, but you're happy in your heart. Then two, as you make that move, please be sure that there are people that are just curious about the moves that you're making. And they're wondering, why is Rude Boy shining? Why is that little picnic beautiful as she is? Why is she on the plane every time? Those are curious bystanders, so best beware. So everything that you do, make sure you do things that you feel are in line with what you want to do. Let them be for you. If they're not for you, then who are you going to do these things for? So that is it from me for now. I hope that helps. That is what I do myself, and that's the reason you see me being me and doing me, and I don't need no approval from nobody. See you on the next one.